That one is not announced at all. It is not minority, straightforward. Our meeting here to order. The National Resistance Movement Parliamentary Caucus meeting, 14th March 2025, State House, Entebbe. Resolution. We, the members of the NRM Parliamentary Caucus, recognizing Uganda's historical commitment to patriotism, nationalism, and Pan-Africanism in the pursuit of national security and regional stability, acknowledging Uganda's long-standing role in safeguarding the lives and property of Ugandans and Africans at large through strategic military interventions in various countries across the continent, mindful of the recent appeal by His Excellency Salva Kiir, President of the Republic of South Sudan, to His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda and Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, for urgent support following the outbreak of conflict in South Sudan. Appreciating Uganda's prompt and strategic response to deploy the UPDF in the spirit of brotherhood, solidarity, security of Uganda and the economy. Recognizing the shared historical and regional ties between Uganda and South Sudan. Affirming that the deployment of the UPDF is in line with Uganda's constitution and the UPDF Act. The NRM Parliamentary Caucus hereby resolves as follows. 1. To support the deployment of the UPDF in South Sudan as a necessary intervention for peace enforcement to protect lives, restore stability, and prevent further escalation of conflict. 2. To support the proposal for parliamentary approval of the deployment of UPDF in accordance with Uganda's constitution and the UPDF Act. Signed, Oboa Dennis Amson, Government Chief Whip, Chairperson, NRM Parliamentary Caucus. Question of Kawempe, I wish to defer this to a press conference that will be held tomorrow by the NRM Secretariat in order to give you the true picture of what transpired both in the NRM Central Executive Committee and the brief of the President to the NRM Parliamentary Caucus. This is the mandate of the NRM Party Secretariat, and they have a press conference tomorrow on the subject. So kindly accept us not to preempt. Let us deal with what is falling within the mandate of the legislative organ of the party, which is the NRM Caucus, and the question for deployment. There was a question posed now, when is the motion coming?
State House, this caucus was summoned by the chairperson of the NRM in very short notice, and it was basically for two reasons. The first was to brief the members of NRM on the outcome of Kawempe North by-elections. And the president noted that everything that happened in the Kawempe North election was not appropriate, and he noted that there was a lot of violence from the side of the opposition. He also acknowledged that some of the security forces also made mistakes in that election, and he indicated that NRM as a party is going to issue official statement by tomorrow about the outcomes of the elections in Kawempe North. And then the second issue we are called is about...
The president is concerned about the results of the elections in Kawempe, and he has ably informed us that he has taken an analysis of what has happened. the elections in Kawempe have been affected by internal issues but also external issues. Internally, he says there are certain things within us, the NRM, that affected the vote, but also externally, our colleagues from opposition were also going beyond, they were going overboard, that they were also doing other things, some malpractices that affected the vote within Kawempe. But in general, the president is concerned and he says he's going to sit down and analyze the situation better, and then he will advise us accordingly.
Okay. Does he say?
Yes, the president is concerned that also there are some mistakes that were done by security, but he's sure that some of these issues will be worked on.
Thank you so much.
The president is not satisfied with the way the elections in Kawempe went. One, because there was violence which erupted because, according to him, of the way the opposition conducts themselves. He's investigating whether the soldiers were, or the people who were supervising the elections, mishandled people or mishandled the election. But according to him, he's convinced that the opposition, which has been rigging elections all the years, again was at it rigging this election, although he also got reports that his party also, some members tried to stuff ballots in competition with the opposition. In the end, he says he's not satisfied with the results, and therefore courts of law will be the ones to decide the fate of the elections.
President waffe akyogedeko simple takyogedeko nnyo naye alaze okutabeera mumativu ekyabadde Kawempe okugamba nti ekyabadde Kawempe kyakwasize ruling party ne parties ez'enjawulo za opposition. Naye president agambye nti tabadde mumativu ekyabadde Kawempe, ate ne opposition nayo yakoze fujjo okuviira ddala ekya president kyayogedde okuviira ku intelligence gyayogedde. Naye nga ffe ng'ababadde balaba batunuddemu ebyabeere Kawempe nga bali mu nominations, kirabika waliwo abantu mu NRM aba security okusingayo abo abatagaliza NRM, kubanga ng'oba oyagaliza ekibiina kyaffe ekyaleeta obukulembeze bwa demokrasi, kyekyambadde essaawa eno okulaba nti ekyakolebwa Kawempe mu time eno mu budde buno nti kyalimbadde kikolebwa omuntu alina ekyayagaliza NRM. Ndowooza nti waliwo abantu abo abaagala nti NRM eveewo oba abantu bagitamwe. Ndowooza nti waliwo abantu bali eyo abafumba ebintu byonna ebisoboka okulemesa NRM kubeera mu bukulembeze, kubanga omuntu yenna yalayagala nti NRM efune obululu mu Kawempe North tiyabadde avaayo ngo nakuba abantu nalemesa omuntu kuva luli gwe bava ku nomination. Kyalaga nti waliwo abantu batagaliza NRM. Naye president nje musaba nti agezemu alabe nti intelligence emuwa information esinga, kubanga kino kijja kuviira ejja ensalamu ye nga president ejja kulaga ekyegwanga kijja kubeera enkya, kubanga tugenda mu elections countrywide. Singa kino kyonna kibeera mu ggwanga kyabadde Kawempe kibeera mu ggwanga lyonna, ekyo kijja kuwakanya ekya pulezidenti we tulina kati kyeyalwanirira, kubanga ekyeyalwanirira kyamutwala mu nsiko kyali ekyava mu kaluulu ka 1981. Ekyo kyamugamba nti ekivuddemu kino UPC ebbye akalulu, nange kangende ndabe nti eddembe lizeemu mu Uganda. Songa lwaki ngamba ng'omubaka wa NRM tusokusooka tukozese intelligence mu ngeri y'okufuna information esingayo okutulaga ekyabadde kiki, ekituufu kiriwa. Ekirala tudevelopinga ekintu kyojja